Hey folks, something occurred to me while I was watching this here Clinton Freaks Out video, and I got down and I read the comments, and you know, the thing about all this that strikes me is you know, Clinton really, he never had to face the kind of things that George Bush is facing right now. I mean, with the 9/11 thing happening, and then George going in and attacking Iraq and getting us in all that business. Clinton really never had to face that. Now, I think mainly the reason he didn't have to face that was he was so busy fighting off the Republicans who were trying their hardest to catch him on something, and spent literally his whole administration jacking with him over all kinds of little stuff, and you know, finally caught him in a lie, and that just really made their day, that they could catch him in a lie about getting a blowjob, something, you know, any married man would lie about. But it's crazy to think that while a sitting president is in office, that the other side would be so low as to spend every waking moment and have conventions and all other kind of stuff specifically to find dirt on this president, to discredit him, and to waste his whole administration on that crap. I mean, as many problems as we got in this country to address, and politicians waste their time on that, you know, demonizing the other party. Now, there is plenty to demonize Bush about, and the Democrats do some of that, and I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying I haven't said a few things bad about Bush. But the thing I don't do is I don't sit around with a bunch of my cronies and conspire to figure out ways to get Bush. I mean, God dang it, we wouldn't be in this war right now if the Democrats would have done that. At the beginning of Bush's administration, there was all sorts of little press items here and there about things he did and things he'd done, you know. But did the Democrats just weasel in and go for all the gusto that the Republicans would have? Do you think if the Republicans would have found out the stuff about Bill Clinton's war record that we found out about George Bush, do you think they would have ever let up on that? We'd still be hearing about it. We'd still be hearing about it. Right? If they'd found out Bill Clinton did cocaine and was a drinker in college and said all kind of crazy stuff at parties and everything like that, do you think we'd have ever forgotten about it? We'd still be hearing about it. Right? The press and everybody else just kind of let old Georgie take a slide on that, and the Democrats are responsible for that. The thing about it is, if he'd have been dealing with all that crap the way Clinton was dealing with his crap, he wouldn't have had time to get into a war. He'd have been so busy covering his butt, he wouldn't have had time to get us into war. So I'm starting to change my thinking a little bit, you know. I mean, Clinton, the guy tried. I mean, yeah, you know, people don't like him because he fiddled around with an intern, and you know, and then lied about it. Well, I guarantee you, 80% of these guys on here commenting right now about how horrible that was would have done the same damn thing if some girl would have come up to them and offered them a cigar job, and you know, they'd have been all over it, you know. And if they got caught, they lied about it. I guarantee you 80% of them would have. If you don't think so, you're just kidding yourself, you know. But it gave them some ammunition, and that's really where Clinton messed up. I mean, he should have been more discreet about anything like that he wanted to do. You know, presidents have done that stuff since time began, except the ones, of course, that are probably asexual or something. I don't know what the deal is with some of these guys. But, you know, I don't think George Bush probably gets a blowjob in the bedroom, much less in the White House. But anyway, unless Cheney's in town. But anyway, I had to say that I I can't imagine the stuff that we go through when we try and catch a guy like Bin Laden or kill a guy like Bin Laden. I mean, it's got to be tough. And you know, if you're a right-thinking person, you don't just go to kill somebody without some good evidence of something. Now, back when Clinton was in office, they knew he was a terrorist. They knew that he was doing stuff. They knew, you know, but they didn't know exactly what he was up to. They didn't know he was about to bomb the World Trade Center. So, you know, I mean, that's kind of a straw dog there. Anyway, we'll talk to you later.